Emotions take the leading role in the hectic drama of daily life. There's a twirl of happiness, sadness, rage, and love as they sway over our minds and onto the canvas of our lives. However, the Stoics advocate for a fascinating idea: the pursuit of emotional serenity. It may seem counterproductive to try to achieve a state of emotionlessness, but what the Stoics advise is mastery over our emotions, not suppression. So in this video, we'll tell you about the 6 Stoic rules to become emotionless, so stay tuned till the end. But before starting, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And now, let's get started. Rule 1. Acknowledge emotions, but don't be enslaved by them. Stoicism's first rule is all about establishing a foundation for emotional mastery in its practitioners. It teaches us to approach our feelings with an accepting attitude, acknowledging their presence without submitting to the control that these feelings seek to exert over our inner lives. The Stoics thought that despite their normal occurrence, human emotions frequently confuse our judgment and interfere with our capacity for rational reasoning. We can keep a more objective perspective on the events transpiring around us if we acknowledge that our feelings are merely passing guests in our brains and accept that these feelings are only temporary. Just for a moment, picture yourself standing on the beach and watching the waves as they crash against the rocks. You are aware of their power and presence, but you do not allow yourself to become trapped in the ebb and flow of their influence. In a similar vein, when we acknowledge that our feelings are merely fleeting tides that come and go throughout our lives, we give ourselves the ability to respond with wisdom and discernment. Rule 2. Cultivate indifference to external events. The teachings of Stoicism advise us to develop a strong sense of indifference toward the happenings in the world around us. This does not indicate a callous contempt for the world. Rather, it is an awareness that we cannot control every scenario that develops around us. When we let go of our attachment to the results of our actions, we free ourselves from the captivity of anxiety as well as disappointment. Take into consideration an experienced archer aiming at a target some distance away. She fires the arrow with pinpoint accuracy, even though she is well aware that its path will be determined by the whims of destiny. Similarly, in life, we are obligated to make it a goal to perform to the best of our abilities while simultaneously acknowledging that the ultimate result is outside of our direct sphere of influence. Because of this distance, we can experience a sense of inner serenity, which in turn enables us to gracefully weather the storms of uncertainty. Rule 3. Focus on what you can control. In the middle of all the uncertainty and disorder that exists, this Stoic rule shines like a bright light and provides invaluable direction. It encourages us to direct our efforts on parts of life over which we have actual control, and to do so with a sense of urgency. This encompasses not just our thoughts but also our attitudes, behaviors, and reactions to various circumstances. When we do this, we can reclaim a feeling of control over our own lives and the decisions we make. Imagine a painter who is in the process of painting a masterpiece. They choose the colors, brush strokes, and textures with great care because they are confident in their ability to master these aspects of the painting. On the other hand, artists do not influence how the rest of the world will perceive or react to their products. In the same vein, each of us possesses the capacity to mold our personalities, decide how we will behave ethically, and foster our personal development. This intentional focus enables us to successfully traverse the intricacies of life and gives us meaning in the process. Rule 4. Embrace adversity as a teacher. Even if it isn't always desirable, adversity may be a very effective teacher. The Stoics held the belief that one should not run away from difficulties and tests of one's mettle, but rather welcome them as opportunities for personal development and advancement. We can change hardship from an adversary into a reliable ally by simply shifting the way that we think about it. Imagine a blacksmith toiling over a piece of iron and putting it through the wringer in the forge, where the temperature is quite high. The metal is improved in quality and made more durable as a result of going through this process. In the same vein, when we are confronted with difficulties in life, we have the opportunity to hone our character so that we might emerge more experienced, knowledgeable, and able to withstand setbacks. The acceptance of adversity bestows upon us the ability to face adversities with a calm and collected spirit, secure in the knowledge that these encounters are an essential part of our journey. Rule 5. Practice detachment from desires and aversions. Both the compulsion to have something and the distaste for having it are powerful motivators that frequently result in turbulent emotions. Stoicism recommends maintaining a deliberate distancing from these desires. This does not mean that you should repress them. Rather, it means that you should recognize them for what they are: fleeting gusts of wind in the great tapestry that is existence. Imagine looking at a river or stream and seeing leaves being carried downstream by the water. You can admire their beauty while still being aware of the fact that it is just temporary. In the same vein, if we see our yearnings and aversions as only passing sensations, we are better able to take pleasure in life's gifts without falling prey to the temporary appeal of these experiences. This practice helps create a strong feeling of inner equanimity, which enables us to traverse the highs and lows of life with serenity even when they arise. Rule 6. Cultivate virtue as the highest good. The Stoics saw virtue as more than just a code of conduct. It was the epitome of human potential, the apex of moral and intellectual greatness. It exemplified a balance of wisdom, which taught us to value the things that mattered, with courage, which taught us to persevere in the face of adversity, with justice, which taught us to be fair and considerate to one another, and with temperance, which taught us to exercise restraint and moderation in all that we did. A life of virtue consists of these qualities, which are like the many and varied blossoms in a garden that has been lovingly cared for. When we make it a priority to develop these qualities, we're acting like a master gardener who tends to his plants with great attention to detail. Wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance are like seeds. They need our careful attention and consistent watering to grow. This not only helps us grow as individuals, but it also benefits the world at large. Just as a plant thrives under the care of a gardener, so do our emotional, mental, and social lives when we exercise our virtues. The pursuit of virtue is transforming, giving our lives greater meaning and significance. It's like having an anchor amid the waves of ever-changing feelings and circumstances. We need inner strength and clarity to make sense of the intricacies of the human experience, and virtues provide us with that. Furthermore, when we actualize these characteristics, we become role models, lighting the way for others and promoting a community where everyone is treated with kindness and respect. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.